All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz here. About 45 minutes left in the show today. Again, I want to go to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro hotline and welcome in the winningest basketball coach in the history of Auburn University, head coach Bruce Pearl. Coach, thank you so much for taking time out to join us today.
Come on, Brad, you kidding me? There's only one place I'd rather be than my office in Auburn, Alabama. It's at my lake house on Lake Martin in Alexander City, Alabama. So it's great to be with you.
Coach, we love it. Love it up here in Lake Martin. I know you do too. And I want to start there. I don't want to talk about the game. I know most radio shows, TV shows you're on go straight into the talk of the game. I want to thank you and talk about your Outlive program and what it means to so many people. And I know the Tennessee game was the Outlive game, and I know there's a special family here in Tallapoosa County that we've all been close with. I've known Scott and Sheena Hunter for a long time, and their son Hayes, and I know Auburn basketball has been a big part of his journey in beating this leukemia. And Coach, I just want to start there, and I know it just means so much to you, and it means so much to a lot of people around here.
Well, Brett, appreciate the opportunity, and thanks for loving on Hunter, the Hunter family, and for loving on Hayes and praying for him. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. I'll start there. I don't get to spend enough time at the lake house, and I just got to tell you that days before I'm going to the lake, I'm in a great mood. And I just cherish every sunrise and every sunset and everything about it. And I'm so committed to trying to help that community continue to grow well. And so many people have done such a great job to help that community grow so well. What a treasure. Also, I'm really involved with Russell Medical Center, and getting to be a little older now, I've actually had a couple of situations where I've had to get over there and had some work done. And thank God there's some incredible doctors and caregivers at Russell Medical, and for that, we are so blessed to have such incredible quality care for such a small community. And that hospital is highly ranked and highly thought of, and it's because of the people that are running it, the doctors they have working there, and I'm really committed to that work. So we're doing what we can to try to help, mostly through the cancer center, and again, Outlive is all about getting funds and money to patients who are battling cancer that can't afford the copay or just are behind on a mortgage payment because they're sick and can't go to work. And through Russell Medical Center, because we don't gift anything. We give the money directly to the people that know who needs it. And so if you've been battling cancer and you're from that area and you're having a hard time meeting some ends, so on and so forth, that's, there's some things set up over there to help, even your listeners right now. The other thing is, look, get checked. It's an awareness program. It's an awareness program right now. Get your PSA for your prostate check. Get your colonoscopy for your colon cancer. Women know what they need to do for their mammograms and things along. And you know that if you detect cancer early, you'll die of something else. And so that's what this program is all about. And so those two things there, for me is Outlive, and I get a chance to talk about loving on Lake Martin is two of my favorite things. Oh, by the way, I also coach a pretty good basketball team.
Yeah, I was going to say, the basketball team's pretty good too. But Coach, you're right. Without our health, none of this other stuff matters. We love Auburn basketball. We love the lake. But if we're not in good health, it doesn't matter. So appreciate your message, and it means a lot coming from you. And you have such an impact on people out there that they'll get out and help themselves by getting checked. And, Coach, let's dive into it. Number one team in the country. You guys are very deserving. Boy, it was a tough battle in Neville Arena Saturday night. All eyes was on that game Saturday night. Had game day there. What a great weekend it was. Let's start there for Auburn University with game day and just everything that was going on.
Oh my goodness, it was a great weekend. The gymnastics team competed on Friday night, and they had an upset win over Oregon State. The football team had so many of their first-year guys there. We had one of our student athletes that had signed with us that was in attendance at the game and got recognized. So what a great start to really start to the second semester. Our students lined up. They showed up. They showed out. They demonstrated why. It's the number one home court advantage in all of college basketball. It's just incredible. And so, yes, very, very proud. And as you know, I'm big on making history. And the number 6 ranked team in the country was the highest ranked team we've beaten at home since like 1959 when Auburn beat Mississippi State. It was a historic game, and we were able to take advantage of it. We felt great. I had a smile on my face all day yesterday, and believe me, I have now moved on and getting ready to travel down to Baton Rouge on Wednesday. And I hope that we are going to be able to get some fans to go down there. It's one of the few places right now where we're on the road that the game's not sold out. And I'm hoping I got a few people to maybe take a road trip and head on down to New Orleans, head on down to Baton Rouge.
Hey, Coach, this is Andy. There's so many things to be impressed about with this team, but one of the things that I've seen, we've played so many close games here lately, and they never seem to panic. Where does that come from?
Well, I mean, I think it's trust in one another. It's next man up. We'd go through practice situation where we put some stress on each other. Look, we had some late game turnovers at Georgia. We missed a free throw or two late in the game against Tennessee. We're not going to be perfect. But I do think we do a pretty good job of valuing possessions and valuing the possessions at the beginning of the game as much as we do at the end of the game. And so it's not like at the end of the game, all of a sudden there's a sense of urgency. You're playing with a sense of urgency. There's always a sense of urgency. So the end of the game doesn't necessarily feel much different than the entire game.
Coach, let's talk about Janai Broome. I know he's, in my opinion, if you wanted to equivalent it to a Heisman moment, Saturday night was a Heisman moment type game for Janai Broome. I mean, nobody even really knew if he was going to come back, including you guys. And not only did he come back, he played 33 minutes and scored 16 points. And I loved what you said. He had a triple-double, 16 points, 14 rebounds, and 12 missed shots. But, hey, look, we needed everything he brought to the table. And, again, Janai Broome at 80% is better than most everybody else at 100%.
Yeah, no doubt. It was a Willis Reed moment for sure, and the job that he did and the work he did, as well as our trainers and doctors, getting him, right and ready. He came off the bench. He let the other guys start because we were winning without him, and he wound up being able to move and do the things. And the good thing is we've talked to the trainers, and I've talked to him since, and he is back, and he is. He didn't have any more swelling, so we're going to be able to continue. He'll continue to get better, and that's the key, guys. Right now is where can we get better? And one of the things I'm going to do today in practice, I'm going to actually ask each kid, okay, where can you improve? I'm going to ask each staff member, okay, where do you think you can get? Because here's the deal: I may have an opinion on where they can get better, okay, but they know themselves where they can get better, and we're going to kind of go around the locker room, talk about that, see if we can do that, and then know that look, LSU, for example, they may be they're going to finish near the bottom of our league, but they are still a quad one win. They've beaten Florida State. They beat Arkansas. They beat. They won at Kansas State. They've beat UCF. They're capable, and we just got to make sure that we continue to bring it.
Coach, before we let you go, I got to talk about one more player, and that's freshman sensation Todd Pettiford. He loves the big moment, and he's a special player. I know you know that. The rest of the country knows that, but it's one thing to say you're a special player, and it's one thing to look at a guy that says, I want the ball when the game's on the line, and he goes to the line late in the game, wants to be at the free throw line, but makes huge shots when it matters. Just talk about Tahad and what he brings to this team.
Well, we trust him. We put the ball in his hands, and we do trust him. Like most freshmen, they come in, his offense is ahead of his defense, and that's something you got to continue to focus on and work on. But I think that keep this in mind. Todd Pettiford was ranked 35 somewhere between 25 and 35 as far as the best high school players in the country. That means people thought there were 25 to 35 kids better than Ty Pettiford. And the only reason why they thought they were better is because he's 5'11", not 6'5". And so he's had to grow up his entire life being 5'11", not 6'5". And everybody gets voted ahead of him. And you look on the draft boards and you look at all kinds of different stuff. There are guards on those draft boards that are 6'5", that are ahead of him. And all he does every night is the same thing that this team does. Let me prove it to you. Just give me a chance. Let me prove it to you. And that's who Janai Broom is coming out of Division. That's coming out of Morehead State. That's who Cheney Johnson is coming out of Division II. That's who Dylan Cardwell is, having not played his junior and senior year in high school. Behind people and different factors, and hey, we all have something to prove, and as long as we play like it every night, we give ourselves a chance. So appreciate the support, appreciate Auburn. This is an amazing place, and I'm grateful for the support and grateful for you guys for delivering the message today. And thanks for supporting Outlive as well. If anybody wants to continue to make a contribution, 100% of everything we that goes in, goes out. And people can even direct it if they want to direct it directly to Russell Medical. They certainly can. It's just, outlive.com. Go on outlive.com and know that if you send $25, $25 going to go to a cancer patient somewhere in the state of Alabama.
Coach, as always, we appreciate your time. And, again, I know there's a lot of work left to do, but I think sometimes we get caught up looking at the end product and don't cherish the moment and don't cherish the journey. I'm cherishing every bit of this journey. We're 18-1. We're number one in the country, and you guys are doing a hell of a job. Appreciate it, and we'll continue to support Outlive.
Okay. God bless you, man. War Eagle.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you so much. Coach Bruce Pearl, again, what a great call. No, it doesn't. I mean, and the guy is super busy. And I'll tell this story when we come back from break. You and I witnessed this firsthand. And I can share it now that some things are where they are. So you'll stay tuned. And this just kind of tells you what it takes now. And it's not just in-season stuff. So.
True. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.